Hello, Grace Quotes. Last time we were together, I talked about the core role for a man in marriage. We are responsible, according to Ephesians 5, to lead our wives as Christ leads the church. So we lead by service, we lead by sacrifice, we lead by example. But specifically, men, and just briefly today, I'd like to remind you that in order to lead our family well, we don't just do it on a day by day basis, making up the plan as we go along. We have an end goal. We should know where our family needs to be at the end of this year and at the end of 5 years, at the end of 15, 20 years. And we should be moving toward that goal. Ultimately, the goal for all of us as men of Christian families is the same. It's that our family would come to love Jesus more, that we would grow in godliness, we would mature in the faith, we'd become more like him, and as a result of that, we'd have more cohesiveness and unity and peace and joy and harmony in our home as well. But have in mind that goal, and then as men, it is our job to continually evaluate the family to make sure, in a sense, the train is going in the right direction. What I've noticed as a father and as a husband, there are occasions when the family as a whole, or maybe one individual in the family, sort of veers off track. And it's our job to get that train, when it does derail, back on the track as quick as we can. Because if we let it go too long, it becomes much more difficult to correct. So, with that said, we have a goal in mind of where our family needs to be in terms of godliness. But this is what I want to drive home right now, is we must also use godly means to achieve that goal. I've met a lot of men that have a good goal, but they use ungodly means to achieve it. So when we are moving our family and leading our family as God directs us to honor him with the things that are happening in our house, we must make sure, men, and specifically here, that our wife is on the same page with us, so that she's moving with us in the right direction, so we can together as a team lead our children better. So here's some thoughts I just jotted down. We lead through godly means, as I said. Therefore, we need to be very patient with our wives. We need to pray with our wives. We need to explain the decisions we are making based upon biblical grounds with our wives. We need to give our wives a chance to participate in the decisions. We need to talk about things with her regarding the family before we even bring them to the kids. We need to defer to our wives on decisions that might be just simply a preference issue. We need to lead our wives, as I said earlier, by sacrifice and by service and by example. And we need to honor the Lord first and foremost in all that we do, even before we honor our wives. My friends, these are not just good biblical principles to love our wives as Christ loved the church, but these are also good principles of leadership. So, gentlemen, I encourage you, be a biblical leader in your home. Have a biblical goal in mind of where your family needs to be and move toward that goal using biblical means. Thank you for watching.